Yes, it should be illegal because it is the most popular legal drug in the world, which depresses the central nervous system. That is, it should down the function of the brain, affects the ability to self-control, causes addiction and harmful health consequences. Alcohol causes liver problems and disease such as cirrhosis. In addition, the World Health Organization considers alcoholism an incurable, progressive, and fatal disease. By consequence, alcohol attracts not only the person physical but also physically. I think that it should be allowed since there is a recognition towards people who are close to the dead situation, based on the respect for the patients, is individual freedom or autonomy. Thus, it is affirmed that nobody would have the right to impose the obligation to continue living on a person who do the extreme suffering no longer wishes. Accordingly, agree that is up to this person if he wants to continue with any treatment or end his life in really extreme situation. Would represent acts of compassion, charity. Refusing to do could be a form of maleficence. According to Darwin, neither Wallace could explain how evolution occurs or how varieties passed from one generation to another. The Augustinian monk Gregor Mendel had published his work on genetics, but Darwin did not get know him. Mendel, after his works, was appointed abbot of his monastery, and he occupied the rest of his life with Mendel. His work rediscovered in 1990. Genetics provided the necessary awards. In time, the everyday variation will give rise to genotypic and phenotypic changes of the species, whose result is the transformation of the original species into a new species different from the species that gave rise to it. I don't think it is a lie. However, some scientists speak of facts of evolution as if it were different from Darwin is hypothetics about its mechanic natural selection. They regulate natural selection but no evolution to meaning others believe that natural selection is a well established as the only known mechanism of adaptive evolution, that its historical progress from meaning to meaning is almost as complete as the evolution itself. For now, when we debate with creation, let's go get rid of the confusion. Run a strategic withdrawal of the defense on the world theory. Let's sacrifice a pump for a strategic advantage and make clear the message that everyone can understand and that is undeniably true in the sense of their daily use evolution is a fact. If the main reason for hacking computer programs is cost savings, the truth is that the economic holy data conviction for copyright infringement can cause me a placing the company in a technical KO that prevents it from continuing to activity to the economic precarious in which it remains. However, it must be remembered that among the legal risks associated with hacking are the criminal consequences. Yes, climate change is a fact and constitutes the greater environmental threat that humanity faces. It is the evil of our time and its consequence can be devastating if we do not drastically reduce dependence on fossil fuels and greenhouse gas emissions. Greenhouse effects, in fact, the impact of climate change are already perspective and are evidenced by data such as the global average temperature has already increased by 1.1 grados centigrade since the pre-industrial times, and we are setting the economic and social impact, which will be increasingly severe, such as the damage to crops and food production growth. No, climate change is not a hoax because today we see it is at the ready of how the planet has changed because climate change is a global problem that reaches an environmental, political, economic, and social perspective in which the worst forecasts they also involve huge economic losses. And it is that the longer we take to act, the higher the investments to adapt to the increase in temperature then of greenhouse gas emissions in the European Union are due to the burning of fuels for energy use of the transport according to Eurostat data. No, I don't think that the earth is flat. Besides, for those who argue that the earth is flat, Isaac Newton claims about the gravitational interaction between bodies with mass is absolutely false, and we do not delve into his opinion about the curvature of space-time, with which Albert Einstein explained to the operation of the entire universe. In relation to gravity, the Terraplanets observed the water surface on the planet and highland its leveling. Thus, they assure that if the hair were a glove, that leveling of the sea would be impossible. And yes, I think that to thinner under the ago of 50 should have a cell phone. It is the windows to a bad person, and it is also recognized that a mobile phone can be a great tool for entertainment and learning, but you have to know how to manage it. That is why it is recommended that before buying a cell phone for children, parents ask themselves if it is vital that they buy it was it is needed for what type of cell phone, and if they consider that their child has the maturity and the necessary responsible for it is because there are many risks that can be taken.